we're at right now is a really special place. This is Kayford Mountain, and this 50 acres up here that's protected was put into a land trust back in the early 90s by a man named Larry Gibson and his family members. And so this was his, family land up here. And, he grew up here on top of this mountain when he was a young kid. And when he retired, he wanted to come home and live back up here on this mountain. And that was the early 90s. And when he did, he came here and realized that the coal mines were right there. They were right on top of him on land that he thought was his. Because originally he had like 500 acres up here between him and all his family. And just over the years it whittled down to 50 acres due to, a bunch of malfeasance by the coal companies, really. They'll steal land off of you any way that they can get it. My personal history with Larry Gibson is, I met him shortly after I started working with Coal River Mountain Watch, and me and him became real close friends. And we traveled the country together, and I helped him show around thousands and thousands of people up here over the few years that I was lucky enough to work with him. He was a real close friend of mine. He's dearly missed. He passed away of a heart attack up here cutting grass in 2012. That was his cabin, right up there with the red underpinning, and he's buried right up there to the left of it. You can see his headstone. And so before y'all leave out there, it might pay you to go up there and say hi. One of the things that really spurred Larry into action and made him decide to get together with all the rest of his extended family members and turn this into a land trust and into a public park was he was standing up here and watched over there on that ridge line that's now reclaimed. You see all them pine trees over there? There used to be one of his family cemeteries that sit right there, and he watched them put a bulldozer straight through it, destroyed them headstones and everything else, tore up the graves, and that's what made him protect this land up here. And like I said, I got to know the man. Me and him got to be pretty close friends. And it wasn't until after he passed away, like 2 months after he passed away, something like that, I realized that my great-grandparents on my dad's side are buried on another cemetery up on top of that hill. And if it wasn't for him protecting this land back in the 90s, I would have never got to see their graves. And so, honestly, just for that alone, I owe Larry Gibson a debt of gratitude that I could never repay. And the least that I can do is do my best to continue his life's work and his mission to shut these coal mines down and run them out of town. So all the mining that surrounds this park up here is all shut down, and they've done all the reclamation to it that they're going to do. So it's finished. And I want you guys to really bear in mind that we brought thousands of people up here over the years, especially during the time when they were reclaiming this. And so they put special effort and a lot of money into making it look the way it does now. And so it isn't indicative of the way generally reclaimed surface mines look. And so keep that in mind, you know what I mean, as you look at it and see how absolutely crappy it still looks anyway.